190 to 230. I thought she was the hardest to beat. I thought she was the first pick. Super Safe, 420 to 460. No real confidence there at this stage, and we probably needed a lead there, being first up at a good stable, but she's on the way out at the moment. Libelula took a long time to win her maiden. She's in better contention, 460 out to 5. Jim Byrne riding already with a double on the board. In her hand, 8 out to 9, and double figures for the rest. Now they're loading well for the last. Poetic Show about to come up. Got a chance. A roughie waits its turn with Super Say and Libelula. So 4 to move in. Last race today. Fillies and Mares Class 1 level at 1,200 metres. Last race of the day, Andrew, as far as Ipswich is concerned. Of course, Sunshine Coast tonight here in southeast Queensland with Paul Dolan. Poetic Show, 190 to 230. Super Say, 420 to 460. Libelula, 460 out to 5. In her hand, 8 out to 9. Big day at Doomben tomorrow. Quality program. The Lockney, the Brisbane Handicap, the 2 features, and the Feelin' Ready and the Callaway Gal. Track's perfect. First at 12:27 Queensland time. But that's tomorrow. This is the last race today. The light is on. The starter's got the button. He hits it, and they're off. And Poetic Show, she can be risky at the start, and she was today. The favourite came out last. Out wide, Libelula showing good early speed, trying to clear them. They go through the first 200 metres. She does so. Leads from Fine Eyes, Miss Gibraltar, and in her hand will drive up to be in the box seat. Just behind them, Capital City. Poetic Show, after the slow starter, is now on the improve, followed by the Playroom. Then Warday, Super Say, Northern Wings, and Got a Chance as last. Down the side, 600 left to run. Libelula, Bird looking for his third win. Led Miss Gibraltar, Fine Eyes 3 deep. In her hand behind the leader, Poetic Show came away from the rail to be 5th one off the fence. Then Capital City, Warday, the Playroom, Super Say, Northern Wings, and 3 to Got a Chance last of all. Libelula led them into the bend, and Byrne tried to slip them. He went for home, but Poetic Show's out to chase. Miss Gibraltar still there. In her hand struggling, Fine Eyes is wider. Libelula down towards the 100 metres was nicely clear. Here's something coming out wide. What is it? Super Say, but Libelula in front. Too good for them. Libelula all the way. Beat Super Say, Fine Eyes. Poetic Show 4th had its chance. Then in her hand, followed by Northern Wings. Then Super Say, further back in the field. It pulled up quickly. Further back in the field was Capital City, Miss Gibraltar, Warday, the Playroom, and Got a Chance out towards the tail. Libelula, she took a long time to win a maiden. How often do you see it? They win the maiden, then bang straight into the Class 1, and they win again, back to back. Jim Byrne ends today on a riding treble. Number 2, Libelula, Jim Byrne first. 9, Super Say, Jeff Lloyd second. 4, Fine Eyes, Beck Williams third. And we'll stand by for the 4th. 7 it is. 7 is 4th. That's Poetic Show. Missed the start, but then got into a good spot. Seemed to have its chance in the straight. 2-9-4-7. 2-9-4-7. And the
Troy, as your wife Kim just alluded to, that's made a bad day a whole lot better for you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. We had a bad, one breakdown earlier in the day, and we've sat around all day kicking stones. But now we've got a winner, so we can go home and have a drink later on.
Absolutely. Took her 14 starts to win a maiden, but she's romped in a Class 1 today.
Yeah, look, she's always had plenty of ability, but she goes hard on the track. We've mixed it up a little bit in the last month, and it's turned her around. And I must say a big thank you to John Robbins, pre-trainer. Yep. We've been taking her down to his place 2 or 3 times a week. Last week she spent the full week down there, and it's really helped turn her around.
What does she do down there?
They work them, but they've just got it's just a away from the track environment.
Change.
Yeah, it's a change. She's working off the bit instead of she pulls very hard at track work, so it's really worked for her.
Yeah, okay. And early reward, tell us, obviously he broke down early. He actually was one of the favourites. How is he?
Yeah, look, he's pulled all the ligaments just off the bottom of the sesamoid, so only, it was very swollen immediately. But I just had to move him before that race, and he actually walked across, so he's got beauty in him, but he walked across to the other box quite free, so I hope that it's only ligaments and no bone involved.
Yeah, so he goes off to have some x-rays, I guess?
Yeah, he'll be x-rayed Monday once we get the swelling out of him, and we can x-ray and scan and see what's going on there.
He looks a lovely horse.
Beautiful horse, best-natured horse. Yeah, crying shame, but that's racing, I suppose.
Anyway, the best thing is he's still with us, and Libelula bolts in for you.
Exactly.
Well done.
Thanks, Benny.
All right, there is Troy Hall. That's sort of the peaks and troughs of racing, isn't it? Early reward breaks down earlier, but he's still with us, and hopefully he lives a long and happy life. Meanwhile, Libelula goes on to win another race here at start number 15. That takes her win total to 2, but of course she's had 7 other minor placings in there, but really she gave nothing else a look in. Keen to see what Jimmy Byrne's got to say about her, but she was just absolutely dominant here today. Well done, Jim.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been a good day.
Has been, and obviously she was just cruising out in front.
Yeah, look, I was just saying to Troy, it did appear to be some sort of speed in the race, but she's pretty quick out. She wouldn't look out of place in a half-mile sort of race because she's so fast out of the gates. That obviously didn't happen today. She kind of begun with them today, and they backed the tempo off, so she was able to just cruise forward and dominate the race.
Is that about as far as she wants?
Look, I do think so. You can have her that couple of pairs back, and she fights on strong, which you've probably seen the last start. And, she could get the 7 furlongs there.
Okay. Big day tomorrow?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
On fire today, well done.
Good day, thanks.
There he is, Jimmy Byrne, treble for him. That is Libelula wins the race 7 here. 2 beats 9, 4 and 7. They ran 1:10.37 there for the time, and she was very, very dominant. All right, that's it for racing here at Ipswich this afternoon. I hope you found a winner or two, and I look forward to joining you from Doomben tomorrow. Thanks for your help, Sydney Town. Good work, boys and girls in the truck. Pretty smooth with a woman in charge today, Rose. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yes, thank you, Rose, the second. Thank you. Oh. The thought of going to the apple shop at Chermside, oh my God.
Yeah, they go real early in the morning. Oh, book it. Bring them up. Yeah, book them up. Book it.
You're right, I book it early.
Yeah. Bye.